we are doing a makeup tutorial today. Look at little sis in the back. She's washing my beauty blender for me. Well, I'm putting this in the video. Oh well. So I'm tight because last night I fell asleep with my lashes, of course, from my lash line. And I like bent the lash. Like, look at it. Well, I'm trying to fix it, but it's like going that way. I don't know how to. I don't know. It's like going that way when it should really be like going that way. So I'm like literally here trying to unbend it, or like bend it the opposite way so it can kind of look normal. Right away, you guys always ask me, how do you get your skin so glowy? My skin is naturally oily. Like, when I tell you all I do is wash my face, I might add a little bit of moisturizer like on my nose where it gets dry, or like my eyebrow hairs because I get like really dry skin. But other than that, my face gets so oily. This shine is literally just the oil coming out of my skin. I literally don't put nothing on my skin. So I have really oily skin, and at one point I used to be like insecure about it, and like I was just like, why is my skin so shiny? Like, people would make fun of me or whatever. But now everybody wants like some shiny skin, which is funny. So I'm just real quickly gonna take my Neutrogena oil cleansing wipes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe my face. I'm gonna just do one wipe. I'm gonna do one clean wipe over my face, just to, you know, I don't know, I just like the way this wipe is, and I like how it leaves my skin feeling like once I wipe. So I'm just gonna wipe, and I'm gonna wipe my lips too. And this stuff smells like grapefruit, and it also tingles when you put it on your skin. It has like a tingling sensation, in which I enjoy the tingling sensation. But also, guys, I don't get my eyebrows tinted or anything like that. My eyebrows are naturally like this, FYI. So I'm gonna go in with some Blistex first, my lip stuff. I feel like this plumps my lips every time I put it on. I just like go Rambo with this stuff, and I feel like it's like my lip plumper. By the way, guys, if you guys like my hair, go watch my video on how I changed the hair to this color. No, go watch the video on how I give tips about blonde hair. Now I'm gonna jump in with my, first of all, my skin is starting to feel a little like tighter because of the wipe, obviously. So I'm gonna go with my setting spray. You can use this for a primer. So I'm gonna spray this on my face first. And honestly, this stuff right here gives you a glow also. As you guys can see, it already made me shiny. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I always use this. 228 is the number. This is normal to oily, because I have oily, of course. There was this new foundation that I tried yesterday. It was from Morphe, and I really liked it. So hopefully I can get a chance to buy it and, you know, try that one and see how that one works with my skin. So literally the tip to this foundation is not to use a lot, or else the color can change. It can change the color of your skin. So I'm not going to use a lot, and I'm going to use it like in the main areas where I'm lighter, which would be here and like this area. So, and then you literally just take what you got and then spread it on your face. I feel like I look so white in the camera, but like in person it actually doesn't look bad. But I feel like in the camera I look really light. So as you guys can see, the way I'm putting on my makeup, I'm trying not to get close to my lace, because I don't really want makeup, that like makeup buildup on my lace, because then that starts to look clumpy and nasty over time. And you always just want to drag down to your neck. Even if you don't feel like anything is getting on your neck, you still want to drag down to be on the safe side. So I feel feel like I got it on my nose. Now I'm gonna go in with my Custard NARS concealer, and I'm gonna do a line, another line, and another line. And I'm gonna do a line. I'm running out of this stuff. And another line. A line and a line and another line and another line. And then I'm going to do a dot here. Do one there. Do one here. And then do a line going like straight up the nose, honey. Because you want to contour your nose. You want your nose notched, don't you? My accent probably sounds so bad. Now, I never tried this before, but I feel like being risky right now. Now, I'm going to try and contour my nose before I blend out this concealer. I kind of hope this goes right because I'm going to be really tight if I like already mess up my makeup and I just started. But I'm going to go in with a powder, and I'm going to kind of like shape this area here. It's like that when I blend this out. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but we're just going to try to figure this out. So I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I'm going to use this shade right here. And I'm going to use the Sephora brush. This is the tapered crease brush. The number to the brush is 19. So the lighting where I'm at kind of sucks. So bear with me. And dust off the brush. And then let's just see how this looks. Going to lightly just do one line and then quickly do the other. I feel like, oh yeah, you kind of can see the line that I did. So I'm just gonna like blend this out and drag this down my nose. Now, I don't know if this is like the right way to contour your nose, but I guess who cares, right? This is for you. I like have a really hard time trying to find the perfect way to like contour my face, but you know, I'm not a pro at makeup, and I just know how to do my makeup, so it's kind of what that is. Okay, I feel like I've contoured somewhat. I'm not too sure, but it kind of looks a little bit I don't know. I don't know, don't listen to me. Anyways, now I'm gonna blend out with my beauty blender this stuff here. And I always use my beauty blender damp. I like using it damp because my skin gets really dry, so if I use it dry, it's not going to blend out on my skin well. And I already know because I've tried it before. So for me, it's not good to use it dry. Okay, I feel like my contour looks stupid now. I feel like my nose looks like Pam, like it got flat on there. So I'm blending out my concealer in like a triangle shape. I just feel like when you blend it out in like that shape, it kind of like captures your whole eye or face. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And then I seen somewhere that when you blend your concealer on your nose and like along the bridge of your nose, it helps for your nose to look slimmer, or like for the contour on your nose to look better. So, you know, I just did that. I like hate blending out because I feel like it's the part where you spend the most time on, and like it just never ends. Like you have to keep doing it and doing it until you finally get it right. Like right now, I feel like I messed up my freaking makeup because it's like blotchy right here, and I don't understand why is it blotchy. Can y'all see that? Like, what is this? Like, why is that blotchy? And then that shit is not coming off of my face. I don't understand why that's blotchy. Okay, I think I got it off, but of course I had to add more concealer because I just like scrubbed my concealer off. I feel like it's getting dark. I might need to get my ring light. I feel like it's getting a bit dark. A little Messier powder, and I'm going to set this bad boy because I get really creasy here, and I also get really oily. So I'm just gonna quickly set. This stuff works wonders. Like, I feel like this makes your makeup look 10 times better, in all honesty. And I literally just be like setting my whole face with this stuff. And then I'm gonna set like on my nose and definitely up here. Okay, I didn't add anything on this brush. I'm just gonna use whatever's left on this brush to kind of just retouch up on the contour that I thought I did, but like didn't work out that well. So it's funny because I don't know if it's just me or if makeup is really coming out of this brush onto my skin, but I feel like some makeup is coming out of the brush onto my skin, right? That's kind of looks like it. So I'm just gonna keep blending this out. Do my cheeks. So I'm gonna use this Morphe brush here. I stole this brush from Vanessa, so don't tell her that I stole it from her, but I did. I don't know what number this brush is or whatever the case is. So I'm just gonna go in and use that color again, which is the color I used for my contour, and I'm just gonna kind of like pat this brush in there and then pat it on my hand. Patting it on my hand just helps for there not to be so much. What the frick is this? Y'all see that? Is that just a powder? I don't know. Like, I feel like my makeup is coming out so trash today. So I'm just gonna dab. I like to dab because I feel like when I swipe, too much comes out when I swipe. So I like to dab. And I dab on the other side too. And I'm just gonna go dip, get some more powder, and just dab again. And I feel like I put too freaking much. And then I just like to drag to my jawline and my neck. Yeah. So guys, let me put you on to like how my life has been recently. Honestly, I'm in this new apartment, you know, by myself, and I've been feeling very, very lonely. Like, I've never lived alone to the point where like literally nobody lives with me. By the way, there's this color on this brush, but this is just like a different brush. This kind of just blends out everything to you know, appear flawless. So like I was saying, I'm like here alone in this apartment, and like honestly I'm a bit nervous. This is new for me to be like living on my own like this, and like I've never had so many bills before. And honestly, like I get scared thinking about like, am I gonna be able, like the things that I do right now to make money, is that gonna be enough like a month from now to maintain all my bills? But then like it's like when I start thinking like that, I feel like I'm going mad, like I'm going crazy in my head, like I'm overthinking it too much, because I've been, you know, making money for a while now, and I feel like that's just me being scared, and that's just me letting the scaredness like really scare the hell out of me. But these are literally the thoughts that go through my mind, and I don't know if I'm the only one that goes through that, but like living on your own, it's very risk-taking, and it's very different. Like it's to the point where like the first honestly it took me like a week before I literally slept in my room, because I was so scared to sleep in the room. I was sleeping in the living room with the TV on, because I was just like kind of scared to be here by myself, which is like crazy. I'm gonna go on with the spray that I used before, and I'm just gonna spray this again because I feel like it's getting too powdery. But yeah, like I was saying, it took me like a week before I actually was able to sleep in my room, and like I really had a lot of time to think about being alone in this place by myself, and it is definitely lonely for me. It's a new experience, and I'm honestly glad that I didn't like move out this state really far, because I think if I would have took a big jump like that, I would really be like depressed and stuck, because I just like need to be around my family and like my friends. And you know, like being alone here is definitely something I'm not used to, and just being mindful of like how expensive groceries are and all of that stuff. Like it's a very different lifestyle from when you're like living with your parents and they kind of provide everything for you. It's very, 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 very different, okay? And it's scary. Like I'm really an adult, and I can't believe that at 21 this is literally what my life looks like. Honestly, being an adult is not fun. I'm just gonna say that like right now. Being an adult is not fun. I mean, it is, because you get to do whatever you want, but then it's not when you have to think about all the bills that you have to pay. And yeah, so like if being an adult could be you make your money and you spend it on whatever the hell you want, and living is free and you don't gotta pay for like a car, a phone bill, or cable, or Wi-Fi, then yeah, being an adult would be like totally fun. But it's not, because you have like so many bills to worry about. And like with me being an entrepreneur, it's like you're not working a regular 9-to-5 job. You make your own money yourself, so you control how much you make, and sometimes you don't even get to control how much you make. It all depends on how your work is doing within, you know, that month, because every month the amount that I make is different. It all, like sometimes I have a good month, sometimes I have a bad month, and when I have a bad month it gets very shaky for me, because I'm just like, oh my god, am I gonna have enough money to pay for this, pay for this, pay for this? And these are the things that I think about. So making this big move, honestly I was in a rush to move out because of, you know, other reasons. But honestly, like I've been going through this thing where I've been getting like very nervous lately, where I feel like, oh my god, what if I don't have my money for my rent this month or something like that? But I feel like, no, Crystal, like stop being scared, be a little tougher. Like you're gonna be fine. And you know, there's been a lot of people who can't maybe pay their rent this month, so they just gotta chuck it up and try again. And I'm like, okay, at this point, you know, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm not really gonna think too much into it, because I feel like when you start doing that, you kind of drive yourself crazy. So I'm not gonna think too much about like, you know, Am I gonna be able to pay this month's rent? I'm just gonna go with the flow and continue doing what I'm doing. But I'm just letting you guys know, it's like my mental state is a little like, it's up and down, up and down. I'm on an emotional roller coaster, seriously. But I'm gonna put some eyeliner on. I can't really talk while I do eyeliner, so I'm just gonna shut the hell up and do my eyeliner. So I just went and did my eyeliner off camera because I have a hard time doing eyeliner on camera. Like, it just doesn't work out for me. But I'm gonna go in and use some mascara. This is Maybelline Great Lash. But yeah, like I was saying before, I've been very nervous and lonely. And like, I remember it was like the 4th night I was here alone. I was in, you know, my living room on my sofa, and I just felt so lonely, where like I kind of cried myself to sleep. I cried myself to sleep, and yeah, I'm really sensitive and emotional, and I get really emotional, and like I'm learning, you know, things about myself that I didn't know before as I like get older. And y'all, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot, learning about life, learning about yourself, what you like, what you don't like. And being alone is the thing that I don't like. Like, I can be alone, but like being alone like for days, and it's just, I can't. And like, I hate like being alone in my apartment because it's so quiet, and I'm just not used to it. Like, I was raised in a house with like 5-6 people, and it was never quiet. You can imagine, I'm living with all these people. That's a lot of people. So it was never quiet, and now I'm like living in this place by myself, and it's different, very, very different from what I'm used to. I feel like my eyeliner doesn't match, but oh well, at this point it is what it is. So these lashes are from my lash line, and I was thinking to add these to the collection. I was gonna call them Barbiana. What do you guys think? Now with my lashes, I know a lot of you guys requested me to do a lash video, which I will do. That will be a video, another video that I will be posting. But with these lashes, you always have to cut them to match your eye. When you buy a lash, you have to cut it to fit the size of your eye, or else you're just gonna look crazy. I mean, if you try to like put the lash on and it's like super long, you have to cut the lashes. So I'm gonna go and apply my lashes. Wait, I feel like it's so dark. I wasn't gonna add my ring light, but I think now I am. Okay guys, so instead of adding my ring light, I just kind of switched the way my camera was. I switched like the location that I was in. So I'm going to apply these on. I don't know if you guys can kind of see how that looks. My eyes are starting to get watery, so I'm hoping that they like don't cry, because I don't want to have to do my makeup over. But that's how this side looks. No lash with a lash. So I'm gonna go and apply the other side off camera, and then I'm going to be right back. Okay, so now I have both of my lashes on. As you guys can see, your girl is looking dolled up. So now the last thing I'm gonna do is go in with some highlight. I feel like I done turned this into a selfie. I feel like I done turned this into a selfie makeup routine thing, whatever. So I'm just gonna spray my face first with my coconut setting spray that I absolutely love so much. Then I'm gonna go in with this Sephora Pro Contour brush. This number 79. This brush is really good for highlight. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This is called Summer. Summer always looks good. I'm gonna put this on my nose, my chin, above my lip, and down like the center of my nose. Once I do that, I'm gonna go in, spray myself again. And then I'm also gonna go in with my Glam Glow setting spray. This is the travel size version because who wants to spend money on the big size? Is not me. So, and then let that like dry. And once that dries, then my makeup sets. And I use Blistex on Blistex. What the heck is a Blistex? I use Blistex on my lips, you guys. So yeah, I feel like I should be doing more with my hair, but kind of just don't know what the hell else to do with my hair. So this is the final look. My makeup is done. We got some eyeliner, some lashes from my lash brand. So my lash website will be in the description down below. And then yeah, in real life this would really be fast if I didn't add eyeliner, but yeah, this takes me about like 15-20 minutes to do, which I think is pretty fast in, you know, when you're doing your makeup. So this is the final look. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I hope you guys enjoyed my, you know, little mini life update. That's what I'm going through. Please send me happy wishes in the comments down below because I need them. You know, I really take in mentally a lot of things. So, you know, seeing like nice comments and thoughtful comments and like heart-filled nice comments really helps me like get through my day. So I know that probably sounds super cheesy, but it's true. So just leave me some love in the comments down below. And I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next